Is it broken or something?
I think so. Hi guys, and welcome back to Clearview Driving. My name is Amin. I'm here with Ben. Today is the one day before the test. How are you feeling today?
Yeah, fine. A bit tired, but...
We've been through everything that you were kind of struggling with yesterday. We've gone over roundabouts, the use of mirrors. We've gone over all the tricky little bits we wanted to go over today. Any concerns before we start?
Not really, I think we've gone over it all.
Okay, so we're going to go straight into a mock driving test again today, and then yeah, hopefully nothing to go over, but if there is, we've got time today to review, and then tomorrow's your driving test nice and early in the morning.
Yay.
We're going to meet up for 7 a.m. because the test is at like 8:10, 8:20.
Yeah, lovely.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay, so for your quick question before we start, would you be able to tell me about the general condition of your tyres to be roadworthy, and how do you check this?
I don't know.
Ben, you cannot be doing this. I mean this.
The tyres?
Yes.
Oh, well, I
Even
know
if
there's
you-
something here to like check that,
Okay.
but then like check the air pressure.
Let's listen to the question first, yeah? Can you tell me about the general condition of your tyres to be roadworthy, and how do you check this?
You have
So
to
if you
go out
just-
and check them.
Okay, now if you just look at this car's tyres, how do you know that that's a good tyre? Just describe it to me.
Clean, and
Okay.
they have ridges on it.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
not smooth.
Yeah, okay, you're onto
Yeah,
something there.
see.
Okay. So that car tyre doesn't have any cuts or bulges, agreed?
Yeah,
So if you saw a car with cuts on it, like tyre with cuts on it, you know that's bad.
yeah.
So you have to say no cuts or bulges.
Okay.
And you see those streaks that you were talking about? The tread of them should be a minimum of 1.6.
1.6
millimetres.
millimetres, yeah.
When you get a brand new tyre, it's on around 7
1.7.
millimetres.
Oh,
No,
7
no.
millimetres.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you'd see it would really be worn out to the point where you can't even see those designs.
Oh.
So what's the general condition of your tyres to be roadworthy, and how do you check this?
No cuts or bulges.
Yeah.
And it has to be at least 1.6 millimetres.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how.
And you'd use a pressure gauge to check the thing. I don't even
Exactly.
think that was part of the question. I added that in. That's part of the other question.
Sure.
Okay, all right, so I'm going to ask you another question whilst you're driving, but we're going to do a nice mixture of everything. If you make any mistakes at any point, please do not dwell on them. Drive safely throughout, okay? Think back to everything we've been talking
Is that
about.
what they're going to say to me tomorrow?
They probably won't say that last bit.
Don't dwell on.
They're going to say, throughout the drive, I'd like you to follow the road ahead. Whenever I need you to turn, I'm going to tell you in plenty of time. If I don't say anything, keep going straight on. If you're not sure where you're going, you can ask. 10 to 15 minutes of the drive will be independent driving, which is we're going to give you a series of directions, or you're going to be following the sat-nav. That's it.
Fine.
One manoeuvre, possibly the emergency stop.
Nice.
Good luck. And then that's how they're going to, yeah. All right, we're going to get started, yeah? Okay, good luck.
Thank you.
When we get to that roundabout, I'd like you to go straight ahead, second exit, please. Second exit, yeah? At the roundabout, we're going to go straight ahead, third exit towards Barnet. like that rain's come out of it, like nowhere.
Ben does take a bit of a cheeky gap at this roundabout, but the van approaching was actually switching over into the left lane and taking the exit, which was the first exit. Now, as we're going around the roundabout, there was actually a vehicle that was broken down in front of us. Now, they didn't have any hazard lights on, so it was a bit unclear to know exactly what they're doing, but in order to get around them, Ben should have checked his mirrors over towards the left, just in case anybody's on his left-hand side.
What's he doing? Is it broken or something?
I think so.
Can we get around?
Yep, we can. You should put hazard lights on.
Just put something on, yeah.
Yeah.
The speed limit along this road is 40 miles per hour. Ben's driving along at a safe speed. Now the traffic lights in front of us do start changing and Ben had stepped off the accelerator, but it would not have been safe to try and stop at that traffic light.
And take the next road on your right, please.
This new road that we're turning into is fairly narrow. There's lots of parked vehicles. It looks a bit like a country lane, but there are lots of houses. Now, even though it's 30 miles per hour, it is not safe to drive at that speed, and Ben does well to drive at a safe speed again. And this road does have a few sharp bends as we're going through. Ben does end up going slightly over the curb as we're going round one of these sharp bends. He was slowing down, but as a vehicle came round, he went left to try and avoid it.
Take the next road on your left, please. At the end of this road, turn left, please. And take the next road on your right, please, just here. And if you could pull in and park up on the left anywhere safe. Oh, okay. Let's park in the first space. Fine.
I had the opportunity. Take it.
Alright, drive off whenever you're ready.
driving along this road, Ben was driving a bit slow, but again, not too slow that he would even get marked down for it. This is a 30 miles per hour road, but he thought it was a 20 miles per hour road. As you can see, we've got some parked vehicles on the right hand side, and there was even oncoming traffic where we had meeting situations, which is why this didn't necessarily get marked down for him driving too slow, because it's not even safe to fully drive up to 30. Whenever you're driving along and you've got a road like this with street lamps but no signs, it is 30. If it was 20, you will get some sort of signs repeated throughout the road. So they'll either be painted on the floor or they'll be on the lamppost on either side every so often, or you might even get some sort of traffic calming measures like speed bumps.
At the end of this road, turn left, please.
There's a junction on the left-hand side, which is before the end of the road. Now we're turning left at the very end, so Ben does really well to make sure to indicate after this junction has passed. So if there's two junctions really close together and you want to turn into the second one, you can start checking your mirrors and even slowing down, but delay your signal up until the middle point of the first junction. Now we're waiting on quite a steep gradient and there were some pedestrians crossing in front and behind us. You want to be really mindful not to roll back when there's any pedestrians about. So if you suspect someone is near you, check all your mirrors, but don't try and move off at that point. Once they've cleared your car, then try and attempt moving off. Ahead of us, we've got a roundabout, and just before the roundabout, there's an island in the center of the road. Now there's a pedestrian who's just crossed over from the right-hand side into the island in the middle. So as we're approaching, the pedestrian is actually waiting in the center of the road. As the island is just before the roundabout, it's really easy for us to just adjust our speed and get the pedestrian off the road into a safer position on the pavement. You want to make sure you are looking out for pedestrians as they're the most vulnerable on the road.
I want you to take the next available road to the right. So we're turning in there, yeah? And if you could pull in and park up on the left-hand side of the road, just along here. And drive off again when you're ready.
As we're going forward, we've got a gateway sign in front of us and it's now national, which means the speed limit is going up from 30 to 60. The road looks more or less the same. The only difference is you won't have as many houses, so there aren't many entrances. But it is not safe to drive at that speed. So just because you see a speed limit sign does not mean that is the speed you should be driving at. Along this road, there are hedges that are overgrown and going into the road, so it's not even safe to get up to 40 at points. Make sure you're always driving at a safe speed according to what's actually happening on the road.
And we're going to be turning left very soon. Okay, it's coming up just here where the bridge is.
Unfortunately, approaching this short slip road, Ben gets a serious fault with his control on the gears as he wasn't in the correct gear and starts looking and tries to match the gap but ends up moving onto the carriageway in the first lane in the wrong gear. As we got to the end of this slip road, Ben should have just come to a complete stop into first gear, waited for a safe gap and then emerged in. He was a bit too eager to try and move in at this point, and then with the control with the gears, it went down as a serious fault because we're already on the carriageway. So you always want to make sure you are taking care with the gears and looking carefully when it comes to junctions, especially when you're joining such a major road like this. What is the speed limit on this road?
70.
Okay. Alright Ben, when it's safe to do so, could you demonstrate how you would open your window?
My window.
Yeah, you can close them both. At the next roundabout, I'd like you to turn right. It's the 4th exit. When you're driving at high speed like this and now you're approaching a roundabout or traffic light or any sort of junction, it's really important you actually look at your speedometer to know what speed you're actually driving. So make sure you're watching your speed because it's so easy to approach a junction thinking that you have slowed down enough, but you may still be approaching at 45-50 thinking you're down to about 20 miles per hour. Ben slows down really well. The 4th exit is quite a small exit in comparison to all the others, so Ben does miscount and ends up taking the 5th exit instead. Now again, going the wrong way is completely okay, but you just want to make sure you're doing it safely. Ben's signal was slightly too early in terms of taking the 5th exit. We've just missed our exit, but it doesn't matter. We're going to take the next road on the left, okay? And turn left just there. And left again. And we're going to be turning right into Morrison's. This right turn approaching the car park was simply messy. Ben goes over the centre line, across towards the right hand side, and now we're also turning in front of the oncoming vehicle. So he should have stayed on the left until we get to the turning point and made sure nobody turns up ahead. And just turn left in here. Alright, if you can just reverse into a space of your choice, just make sure you finish
within the white lines of the parking bay. Park anywhere you like. Secure the car. And switch off the engine, please. Alright, thank you. And that's the end of your driving test. How was your drive?
Well, the parking was good.
Yeah.
I went up on a curb.
Yeah. Slightly.
I know the gear change wasn't a serious fault, but doing it on 70 probably was.
Yeah, that is your major fault with this one, for sure.
Is that the only one?
Well,
Was the curb, I mean...
the curb wasn't serious.
Yeah, because
It was
I mean,
just
where
like-
else am I supposed to go? I don't want to hit a car. Do you know what I mean?
you could have just taken that road a bit
I
slower.
get parking and doing that as a serious one, but like,
Yeah.
I was going slow enough,
That
I think.
particular road where the curb thing happened, there isn't enough space for you to stay in the road.
yeah.
Taking those little turns a bit slower would have made it easier. But again, that was not a major fault because of
lovely.
the kind of road you're on. But again, slower.
Yeah, I don't know what happened with that.
With the gear thing, you know what happened?
I just
You got
stuck
there?
in between 1 and 3.
No, you got there
Yeah.
and you started looking and you're like, oh, the gap's there. And you're trying to
Yeah.
move and you weren't in the right gear. Then it was
Yeah.
hasty trying to, yeah. By the time you moved out, you went out over the line. The van was actually trying to move back into the left lane.
Yeah.
I just felt like that could have just been slower, calmer. I know the lady behind was a bit quick and she wanted to
I
just
didn't
go.
even see it. I just saw a gap and I went,
Yeah, but this is the thing. The
oh, my
kind of
parking's
road-
better than this car. Look at him.
The kind of, yeah, your parking was better. The kind of road you're joining, you needed to make
Yeah.
sure you have the right
Yeah,
gap and to
definitely.
move out confidently. Later on, it was fine, but it was the initial kind of like that. Didn't like it.
Yeah.
Before that, you know, we were on that 60 road for quite a while.
Yes, and I was going very slow because I just didn't know what was going to
I didn't think we could have gone 60 at any point.
No,
but
no,
there,
no way.
But there are parts of
There
that
are parts
road.
I could have gone 40 at least.
Yeah, like 35 at least and 40. And
Yeah.
So it felt like you were a little slower at parts of that road, but again, nothing major.
safe than
Minor
sorry.
fault at most.
Let's check my phone. Flawless.
You can see, we've got the trolley bay right in front, like,
exactly.
perfectly. What was the other thing? The guy that was broken down in the roundabout. At
That can't
point,
be a fault for me at all, surely.
You just sat there. You sort of,
I was
was
like,
he broken
oh,
down? He's
yeah.
moving. At that
I didn't know
point,
if
you could
I could
see he
fit.
wasn't moving.
He also didn't have hazard lights on. He was sitting there
I think
with
he's probably
nothing.
broken down for like the first time.
Yeah.
But next time, just check your left side,
Yeah.
come around, okay? The other roundabout was fine, I think.
Just
Yeah.
missed the exit.
I don't think there were many. Yeah, this one where you missed the exit. I couldn't believe you missed the exit first of all because you were doing the roundabout perfectly.
yeah. Oh well.
But not the end of the world. We just had to take a longer way to get back here. Yeah, I don't think I've missed anything out. If I have, I'll pop it in the video anyways. But much better drive, right?
Yeah, apart from, obviously, I can definitely, avoid that.
Because we did a few of those
Yeah.
other ones earlier today, but we haven't done that particular one.
Yeah.
But yeah, nice. And in terms of opening the window, make sure you're not doing any of that when the...
Can't believe I
nobody-
opened the back one.
Yeah, that was okay. But don't let that distract you. If the window's open, it's open. Just handle the steering first and then put it back up later. Yeah? All right, guys. Your job, firstly, is to get your parents to quiz you on that Show Me Tell Me again.
Yeah.
Because
fair.
that was silly right at the beginning. Yeah? But thank you so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And that's it from us today. Bye-bye. It is so hot. Oh.